It's the final percent. The final percent.
All right, here we are, another new year. How many people have resolutions out there that they are going to get, more health, more wealth, more hope, whatever it is? And there's nothing wrong with that. These are goals, but one of the things that I just want to bring to everyone's attention as I'm reflecting on, what does it mean to try to be a person of interest? What does it mean to try to, take things quote unquote to the next level? What does it mean? And this is the thing. We're all searching for meaning. We are meaning making machines. And if you look at why things mean so much to anybody, if you look at why things mean so much to anybody, it is a memory or nostalgia or something that has happened to them that connects them to this present moment, this present action, this feeling. And so what we're doing, and forgive me, I am driving. I'm going to get back on my podcast grind. But I've just been having so many questions and conversations with clients. What should my goals be? What should my this? I cannot stress this enough. Do not tie your happiness to your goals. It is called the horizon syndrome. And all now, don't get me wrong. Get results. Results are good. But if you tie your happiness to your goals, you are going to be left being extraordinarily sad very often. Why? Because you're in the horizon syndrome. You're in an if-then scenario. If this happens, then I can be happy. If this happens, then I'll do this. If my spouse does this to me, then I will do this for them. And I mean, come on, guys, we're better than this. And so what I'm asking everyone to do for this new year is just be a memory maker. We are here to make memories, and that's really, like, if you look at it, you can learn a lot from our elderly community. They're not sitting now. Don't get me wrong. Like Zig Ziglar says, money is really close to oxygen when you need it bad, so that you can have the life that you want. So yes, we need to be aware of being diligent and deliberate on how we're going to make money, but it cannot consume our life. It cannot be our entire life. So as I reflect upon different decisions I've made, both good and bad, I just want to make great memories. I have a kid now. I mean, come on, that's cool. Conrad has come into my world, and someone asked me, they said, Greg, what did you think about? What happened to you when you had a kid? You've been wanting him for so long, and now he's here. And I said, he sped me up in all the right areas and slowed me down in all the right areas. My risk tolerance certainly comes down because I have a extra life form that I must make sure that I am taking care of. And he's speeding me up in other areas. And it's just fantastic to understand what is possible when you just want to make memories. And that's why, like, for instance, if you're out there and you know me personally, you know that I love Jeeps, specifically Jeep Wranglers. And it's not because I do a ton of off-roading. It's because I have a great memory. My dad and I would go on Jeep rides when I was young, and we would have all of this fun. 1947 Willys Jeep, and my dad would look at me and say, hey, do you want to go on a Jeep ride? He has a green Jeep. It's an old Army Jeep. And we would go out into the mountains of Wyoming, and we would make memories together. So it became a part of me. And so ever since then, I've wanted a green Jeep. Now, this is my third Wrangler, but the other two weren't green, and it didn't really click until I got my green Jeep. Why? Because I'm going to make memories with my family. I have this connection to my past, a connection to my dad. And so in this new year, we have to learn to separate the behavior from the human. Now, everyone goes through seasons of life where they make good decisions and bad decisions. You are still you. Everyone in life is going to, maybe they drink too much, they come off the handle, they say some stuff that they don't mean. Well, you are still you. Now, I want you to know, and I'm not trying to give you a pass if you break your diet. I'm just saying you are not your diet. You are not your bank account. one of my good friends, he had this incredibly impactful speech before this song that he was singing. His name is Ben Humble, and feel free to look him up if you get an opportunity. He is a fantastic, just no BS kind of person that will cut to the quick of what is going on. And the song starts out and he says, I'm looking for this number. I'm looking for this number, and as I log into my bank account and I see this number and I finally achieve my goal. And what he's saying is like, how everyone says, write down the number that'll make you happy. And he says, okay, I log into my bank account and I see this number, and I go, wait, this can't be it. This can't be the reason why I've been working so hard, because I don't feel any different. And it's because the behavior and the human need to get separated. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this absolves everyone from all of their actions. I'm just saying that we have to respect ourselves enough to know that we are not going to get it all right. That we are a creature of curiosity. We are a creature of exploration. I watched an incredibly good thing from Gary Vee today, that he was saying that, like, all these people, they'll blow up on TikTok because they do these little dances, and then you've got a bunch of people who just don't care about dancing in any capacity, and they try to make dancing videos. The reason they don't blow up is because they don't care about dancing. They're just trying to do it to get famous. And so I want you to go down into the core of who you are, the core of your belief system, and just make sure, instead of being authentic, and I think that one of the things that is happening is we have a propensity to start being authentic means be an asshole. Being authentic means, hey, just tell it like it is. Sometimes, yes, that is appropriate. But sometimes we need candor. We need kindness. And I think that if we can learn that every moment is different, every moment is special, and we are not our behavior. So when we're talking about authenticity, just be authentically you. Now, that doesn't mean always speak your mind on every single subject that comes up. Sometimes it's a good idea to maybe just be quiet. Even if you, like one of the things I say all the time is, you should always be seeking insight instead of agreement. We're not here to agree on everything. We are here to get insight on why that person thinks that way, which could help take you to the next level. But just as important, it could change your perspective. It could change things just a little bit for you. And I know that I'm, kind of rambling a little bit, but I've gone through a completely interesting season, and I've just been trying to figure out, because I did the asshole thing for a while, and then I did the over kindness thing for a while, and at the end of the day, sometimes you are going to be mad. Sometimes you're going to be sad. Sometimes you just want to be quiet. Sometimes you want to be boisterous, and that's okay, because you are not your behavior. And that's one of the things that I think we need to, and this is from Tony Robbins, is he talks a lot about you are not angry. When people say, oh, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm this. I mean, I just said all of that because we're programmed on how to convey that there are certain emotions happening. But emotions are things that you do, not things that you are. And that's, I think, a big distinction that is really important for what is going on in today's society. Is you do anger. It's an action. You do kindness. You do sadness. You do these different things. You are not these things. They are a part of something that you do. And if we can separate our behavior from the person, we are going to become more authentically ourselves, which is incredibly and extraordinarily important, because we start tying our identity to these numbers in a bank account. And then when we achieve them or we don't achieve them, we feel out of sync of who we think we are supposed to be. Then that puts us in a state of cognitive dissonance. So these are very important conversations that I've had with myself. These are very important distinctions that I think can serve humanity as a whole, because if you just look on the other side of the fence and remember insight instead of agreement, and this could be person to person, state to state, government to the civilians, military to the civilians, or country to country. If we can seek insight instead of agreement, we are going to be better off. I truly believe that. Now, of course, this is, you don't have to agree with me. I'm just trying to give you guys insight on things that have helped me. So as you reflect on your last year and you say, hey, I want to be, my word for this year is intentional. I want to be intentional on what I'm doing. So I'm boiling everything down to two things that I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the final percent. I'm focusing on KMG. And I'm going to be extraordinarily, and that's in the business realm. Obviously, there's a personal bucket. Just want to make sure that everyone understands, there's various buckets. But from a business standpoint, those are the things I'm focusing on. Instead of constantly going out and trying to help other businesses and go on tour and go on this, and I'm focusing on these two things. These two things are going to serve me. I need to go deep instead of wide. And so as you take your journey into this year, the thing that I invite you to do is just, if you fail on your diet, do not call yourself a failure. You failed on something you did. If you fail on a business, you failed on something you did, not who you are. Do not carry your failures into your identity. Carry your failures into your experience bank so that you do not make those decisions and actions again, and you can adjust and recalibrate. And I think that if we can learn to love the process, and I know it's just so overplayed, but no one does it. Love the process, love the journey, not the destination. The destination is just a dot on a map. Make memories. Everyone out there, that's why I have a Jeep. I just want to make memories. And the older I'm getting, now I'm only 36, but the older I'm getting, I truly believe the wiser I am becoming. And I just want to make memories. And going back to what I said, we can learn a lot from our elderly. They don't talk about stuff, they talk about memories. They sit on a porch and they talk with their friends and they reminisce about memories. And the thing that I would love for you to do this year is to put as many experiences and memories in your memory bank as possible, because that is what is going to give you a full life, not a number in a bank account, not a certain way you look. Now, I'm a huge proponent of go be healthy. I want you to be healthy, but you are not your diet. You are not a number in a bank account. Those are things that you do. The things that you are you are a husband, you are a father, you are a wife, you are a mother, you are a friend. And I'll leave you with this. When Zig Ziglar said, when I was really hurting and I wanted to get a friend and I went out there to find one, I couldn't find any friends. But when I went out there to be a friend, I found more than I knew what to do with. So if you're struggling in your relationship out there and you're trying to figure out, oh, why is my husband doing this? If you go be a partner, and I guarantee you're going to find your partner. If you want better friendships, go be a better friend, and you will get better friends back. If you want an amazing business relationship, be an amazing business person to that person, and you will get one in return. So this has been The Final Percent with Greg Kimball. Go to thefinalpercent.com. Check out what we've got going on this year. And then within about a month, we are going to be launching an app, which I'm very excited about. You're going to be able to get all of our content, the podcasts, live streaming, app exclusive things. But let this year be something that is purposefully you. And if you become more, you can achieve more. And if you achieve more, you can become more. But you got to focus on it in that order. So focus on the becoming. Remember, you are a human being, not a human doing. This has been Greg Kimball with The Final Percent.
It's the